What's up, YouTube? Sergeant Blake is here again, and today is Wednesday, so I've got a whole load of news for you. And I know it's kind of late, but I've been a bit busy today, so I apologize for that. But if anything, you'll see this on Thursday, and it won't be a big deal. So the first news we've got is Halo Reach screenshots. If you'd like to check out any of these news things that I talk about, they're in the description, either in this direction or there, or there, or there. I don't fucking know how it works on the goddamn computer with the camera, but whatever. So yes, Halo Reach screenshots are available now. They're looking really good. I don't expect anything less from Bungie. Next is that Microsoft explained the parameters of their DLC, or their exclusivity for the DLC of Modern Warfare 2. The way it works is that it's a timed exclusive. They get the DLC 30 days before PlayStation does, and then blah blah blah. Then the PlayStation people get it, and everybody's happy. So not really big news with that. I don't particularly care for Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, so whatever. Next is the Sony motion controller has been delayed. I think they were saying that it was going to come out sometime after Christmas or sometime after this time, probably in the spring or something. And now they're saying it might have to wait until fall. So, you know, whatever. Not a big deal. I don't really care about motion controllers that much, so it's not something that I'm particularly interested in. After that, there's God of War 3 European bundle. Now, I say European, it's actually French. Amazon France gave details of the God of War 3 bundle that they have over there in France. The way it works is that you get God of War 3, you get the PS3, the 250GB PS3, and I'm sure that there's a slew of other things that they give you, but it's looking cool. I wish that we had stuff like that over here in America, but we get our fair share of bundles too, so not a big deal. Next is Mass Effect 2 character screenshots. It's just a real quick couple of characters, real close-ups of them. You can just really get to see the detail in their faces and all of that, and it's just a really good job on BioWare's part for just doing a game that looks as beautiful as Mass Effect 2 does. After that, we got a bunch of other screenshots. God of War 3, which is looking cool, of course. Heavenly... I keep saying this. I keep mixing Heavy Rain with Heavenly Sword. But Heavy Rain screenshots, which are also looking really cool. And the next story that we've got is quite interesting. It's a blog. No, it's not a blog. It's a podcast. And it's an interview with the Hip Hop Gamer. And it's very long. It's about, I think, an hour, maybe even longer than that. I didn't get through the whole thing. I really only listened to the first 15 minutes of it because it was very interesting as I was listening to it. A lot of people don't like Hip Hop Gamer. If you don't know him, then this is going to go right over your heads. But the Hip Hop Gamer is kind of like either well liked or not liked at all. And I don't really know where I stand on that because he does a lot of the same things that I do, but he does them way better. He's much bigger of an influence than I am. You know, so he's doing that, and good for him. But the problems that I have with him is that he'll just kind of like spout out shit as if he's guessing, and I can't tell whether or not he's gotten his information from sources or whatever. But a lot of the times he just says shit to get attention, and honestly, do I feel bad about that? No, because a lot of us do it here on YouTube, and that's just the way it works. So, you know, he's just playing the game just like everybody else. I don't feel bad about that, you know? So, good for him. He's doing great. He's getting interviews, and it's a real good look at how he got started. Might be interesting to some of you who are interested in doing the same things that I do. So, you know, listen to what he has to say. He's doing something good. So, fuck. You know, I can't blame him for trying to get a bit of attention. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it later on. But, you know. So it's a really cool interview if you know who Hip Hop Gamer is. If you don't, like I said, it'll go right over your head. The next thing that I wanted to talk about, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about next that are very interesting. 3 things, actually. Next is Capcom is gouging us. Apparently, and I think I brought this up before, the idea for the DLC that's coming out for the new Resident Evil 5's new DLC, that was coming out was already kind of planned to be put in the game. Now here's where it kind of gets like shades of gray and shit. Now a lot of people like me, especially me, have problems with things being cut out of the game and then added on later to make us pay for it. But the way they explain it is that they had it planned, but they never actually put it into motion. You know, it would have taken a little bit more time to get the actors together, to get the programming done. I mean, essentially they're using the same, you know, rigging and all that, but you know, it would have taken them more time, so they just kind of cut it from the game, and they've been working on it since. So I technically don't feel like this is a bad move on their part. They pretty much fucked us over with the versus mode, and that sucked on top of that. But not a horrible move. You know, they basically said we had an idea, we couldn't see it through to the end, we cut it out the game, and now we're giving it to you after the fact. It's not really stealing right out your pockets like most DLCs are these days. However, Capcom is known for doing these things, and is receiving quite a bit of flack on it. And you know, how do I feel about it? It's kind of like mixed feelings. One, I feel I really want to get this DLC because I like Resident Evil. And moreover, it's just the thing about, yeah, they've done it before, and they've done it before to a bunch of other games. So what difference does it fucking make? Honestly, we're going to sit here as gamers, as a community, and we're going to bitch about it, but then we're all going to go home and we're going to fucking buy it. So the way I feel about it is that it probably shouldn't be talked about. Just shut up and enjoy it because you know you're going to end up buying it. And if you aren't, then good for you. But honestly, preaching about it is not going to get anybody anywhere. So the way I feel about it is meh. I'm probably going to end up buying it. So I shouldn't really give an opinion about how that's wrong. But next up, we got PlayStation 3 DVR. Basically, what it was called is this new thing, much like Play TV over there in the UK, that is now available in Japan, called Torn or something. Now, the interesting thing about this is it will actually feature trophy support. So, you know, you record a television show. I don't know how it works exactly, but you would record a television show and then get a trophy for watching it. Fuck if I know how it works. But the way it's said, it's kind of like alluded to that these trophies will be reaching the mainstream much in the same sense that Bravia televisions will now come with, you know, your own PlayStation sign-in thing if you are connected to the internet, as well as Blu-ray televisions and Vio computers. So maybe the trophy thing will be something that crosses over, but honestly I think it's interesting, but nobody else who's not a gamer would be interested in it. I think that this whole Play TV thing, or Play TV / Torn thing, implementing trophies is more or less for trophy whores who are just looking for more and more to add to their stats. People who don't know what the fuck they are or who don't play video games would not be interested in it. Okay, and finally, and a lot of good news for me, it's an interview with Stig Asmussen, or Asmussen, I might be saying it incorrectly, I probably am, who is the game director on God of War 3. And it's just a lot of good information, a lot of kind of insight without ruining what the game is before the game comes out. So go ahead, it's an interview, check it out, it's about 7 pages long. So if you don't like reading, you're probably not going to like it, but I read through the whole thing, and I feel like, you know, well, I felt like God of War was going to be a success anyway, but I feel like it's going to be something that would impress even me, who is probably one of the biggest God of War fans, if not the biggest, ever. So that is it, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the game day thing. I'll talk to you later. Bye.